this is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.
With no fees or minimums on checking accounts, it's no wonder the Capital One bank guy is so passionate about banking with Capital One. If he were here, he wouldn't just tell you about no fees or minimums. He'd also talk about how most Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week to assist with your banking needs. Yep, even on weekends. It's pretty much all he talks about, in a good way. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One, N.A., member FDIC.
You see it instantly. It's Coldwater Creek, the mark of exceptional workmanship and signature touches inspired by a Mountain West heritage. Distinctive styles created from quality fabrics, silhouettes perfected with just the right drape, feel-good fits offering ease of movement, and thoughtful details to elevate your look. Coldwater Creek's authenticity is embodied in every piece, embracing its confident spirit that carries through to today. Discover Coldwater Creek clothing, designed to fit your life the way you want. For a wardrobe you can count on season after season, visit coldwatercreek.com. Shop the new spring collection at 20% off $75 or more with code IHEART20.
Brought to you by the reinvented 2012 Camry. It's ready. Are you? Welcome to Stuff You Should Know from HowStuffWorks.com. Stuff You Should Know is brought to you by Visa. We all have things we like to think about. Online fraud shouldn't be one of them, because with every purchase, Visa prevents, detects, and resolves online fraud. Safe, secure, Visa.
Hi, and welcome to the podcast. I'm Josh Clark. With me is Charles Chuck Bryant. As always, we're the Stuff You Should Know guys. So, hey, how's it going, Chuck?
Hey.
Hey.
It's going good.
So, with all the Olympic stuff going on, and it's all on Beijing and all that, this is like the second podcast of recent times that I've mentioned Beijing, because the Olympics are just so huge.
Right.
My question is this, Chuck. Did you know that there's an underground city beneath Beijing?
I did, Josh, because I read your really cool article.
Oh, well, thank you very much, Chuck.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate that. Did you read the, is there a city beneath Beijing?
Oh, no, I thought the one you referenced in your article, Why Don't We Live Underground?
Yeah, no, there's another article on the site, too, called Is There an Underground City Below Beijing?
Didn't read that one.
It's awesome. Let me tell you about it. So Chairman Mao gets into a little border dispute with the Soviets in 1969.
Right.
And the Soviets basically show him, we're not messing around, pal. Like, we will come in, or we will nuke you, or whatever. This is at a time when the Russians were, getting their chops with the U.S. in the Cold War. So at that time, China wasn't much of a threat to them. So Chairman Mao's like, okay, hey, maybe we should do something about this just in case. Puts the residents of Beijing, the capital city of China, to work for the next 10 years constructing an underground city that can house like 300,000 people in the event of an emergency. It's very cool. It's still around, actually.
What is it now?
There's parts of it that are accessible still. And
right.
It's actually been turned into something of an underground mall.
Of course.
Right, and there's tours and that kind of thing. Apparently, it's pretty easy to kind of drift off from the tour and go down some forbidden corridors. So there's still like old bunk beds with rotting mattresses, and there's pictures of Chairman Mao everywhere.
Right.
It's pretty cool. They also had like these little patches for growing like mushrooms and digging wells, and you could have lived in there comfortably for 4 months.
That's pretty cool.
All right.
No Olympic Village, though? That's not down there?
No, not at this time.
Been a good idea.
Is this the subterranean mutants used it for their 2006 Olympics?
The subterranean mutant Olympics?
Yeah, they don't like to be talked about very much. But the thing was never used, thankfully, for the residents of Beijing. And actually, it's just one example of an underground structure. There's tons of them all over the place.
Right,
and
then NORAD is one.
NORAD is a great example. What's NORAD?
It's a defense system, basically, that detects if, people are going to send nuclear warheads our way.
Sure.
And not as useful anymore. Well, maybe I shouldn't say that. But
no, actually, they were looking into decommissioning it in 2006. I didn't find any follow-up information. I don't think they've made the decision yet.
Well, they smartly put NORAD inside a mountain, basically.
Cheyenne Mountain.
Yeah, 700,000 tons of rock they dug out of this thing.
Yeah.
And I think the door is like 3.5 feet thick, and basically they determined that we're safe no matter what happens.
Yeah, when they built the place in the 60s, they were 100% confident that it could withstand a direct nuclear strike.
That's nuts.
It is nuts. Nowadays, they're like, yeah, maybe in the 60s, not with today's intercontinental ballistic missiles.
Right.
The mountain would shatter.
Exactly. Maybe
which
a
is
daisy cutter
equally
even,
nuts, actually, I think, that
Yeah.
we have ballistic missiles that we can just level entire mountains with.
Right.
So, but yeah, NORAD, it's kind of this homage to the security of underground living.
Right.
And the U.S. government isn't the only group to have, come across this. It's not just Chairman Mao and Uncle Sam who figured out that, hey, underground, is pretty secure. Insurance companies and information bureaus like credit reporting companies, Sun Microsystems, the people who run the internet
Right.
and are the keepers of all of our information, they've discovered the same thing. I mentioned Sun. They just leased, I believe, an old mine in Japan, and are now they now store their network servers below ground. It's very secure. You can't get in or out very easily.
Right.
And Chuckers, in our beloved city of Atlanta, we even have a couple underground buildings here or there.
Right.
I think you know which one I'm talking about.
Underground
right?
Atlanta, the famous, or once famous, Underground Atlanta.
I've got one even better than that. The old Equifax building, now occupied by the Savannah College of Art and Design.
Is that underground?
Most of it is very much underground to protect, obviously it couldn't handle an intercontinental ballistic missile at Cheyenne Mountain Camp,
Sure.
but it can handle something, and
Right.
burglars can't just, prance in and out. So,
Well, I know one of the other benefits to it being underground is natural disaster, weather. You have more constant temperatures, so it's more energy efficient if you're underground.
yeah, and you don't really think of houses as being, too terribly energy inefficient. Obviously there's some fat we could trim here or there.
Right.
But I was reading a study that found that, transportation is always cited as like the big or one of the big sectors that contributes to climate change. It turns out that all of the buildings in the United States consume 6 times more energy and emit 6 times more greenhouse gases than all the cars and trucks in the country combined.
Really?
Yeah. So apparently there's a whole sub-genre, subculture, sub-something of architects who have decided that, it's kind of emburdened on them
Right.
to kind of take up the mantle and start designing.
Go underground?
Go underground. That's one of the theories. That's one of the ideas that's being batted around right now.
Well, why do you think more people don't live underground if it's so great down there?
Well, number one, if you thought, talking Americans out of driving SUVs is difficult,
Right.
imagine telling them that they have to now give up their nice,
Sunlight.
2-story colonial or something like that. And
Right.
they have to move into an earth-sheltered home.
Right.
I think that's number one. Number two, and I think the point that you were leading to, is that it's a huge old slap in the face of evolution.
Right.
Agreed?
Yeah, Chuck Darwin is rolling in his grave as we speak.
He would be just thinking of this,
Right.
either that or he'd be salivating at, a perfect natural experiment.
Right.
Like, yes, stupid humans, move underground and so I can take notes, that kind of thing.
Right.
And the reason it's a slap in the face of evolution is that we're diurnal, right?
Right.
We, our sleep patterns, our wakefulness, all of that is based on the sun.
Right. Circadian rhythm.
Yeah. So basically, when we decide to go to sleep or wake up, it's generally, based on the sun. Think about it. We're not farmers any longer, but it's kind of tough to sleep past sunup these days, right?
Right.
Even though we don't have to be out there to milk the cows or, plant the corn or harvest the corn, depending on what
Sure.
time of year it is.
But we've evolved that way, so there's no getting rid of it now.
Right. And we also are kind of linked to the sun. Well, I don't even want to say kind of. We are sun slaves, basically. The Egyptians had it right when they called the sun Ra
Right.
and worshipped it, because that's pretty much how linked we are to
We
it.
need it. We need that vitamin
do.
D.
Yeah. Think about it, Chuck. We get all of our other vitamins from, like, milk, from
Vegetables.
that's a great
Fruits.
example. Yes, from chewing on rocks.
Right.
The whole thing. We get every single one of our vitamins from an external source except one, vitamin D.
Yeah, that's
We actually
Crazy.
create that through a process of photosynthesis.
right, within our own bodies.
Right. From the sun's radiation, it serves as a catalyst for vitamin D production in the body.
Right.
And vitamin D is important. How do you ask?
How, Josh?
It protects against rickets.
Right.
You ever seen a rickets patient?
Yeah, it's a bone disease.
It is. It's a lack of bone development. And actually, when I was researching this, there's 90% of the children in Europe and America in like some terrible couple of decades in the 19th century suffered from rickets. If they lived in an urban area, they had rickets to some degree or other. There's a picture of a girl who is a rickets sufferer. She's 19. Her name's Xiao Ling. It's in the article on HowStuffWorks.com. And she's 2 feet tall, and she's cute as a button, but she's 19, and she's struggled with rickets her whole life.
Right.
Hers is congenital, but, there's all sorts of problems associated with a lack of vitamin D.
Right.
And don't forget the serotonin.
Yeah, serotonin's big. Serotonin is a hormone responsible for basically good moods.
Yeah, you can
In a nutshell.
Yeah. A positive outlook.
Sure.
And conversely, if you don't have enough serotonin, which is produced from exposure to the sun, or actually lack of exposure to the sun, you go out in the sun, melatonin is produced.
Right.
Okay? And once the melatonin production stops, meaning you're out of the sun, serotonin production kicks in. So one leads to the other.
Right.
So you have to have sunlight, which accounts for seasonal affective disorder.
Right.
And it's not just the sun that we need. We need air, and we need air in certain supply.
Right.
And we also are pretty acclimated to the atmospheric pressure around sea level. That's what we've evolved to adapt to.
Which is why scuba divers and even miners, it's the same thing as being underwater. They need to depressurize or decompress as they come up.
Exactly. That's exactly right. So living underground poses a lot of problems to us. Should we listen to the ghost of Darwin, to Darwin beyond the grave? Should we traipse into this natural experiment, or is it too late? Have we already started?
That's a good question.
And the answer is yes, we have already started. We were talking about NORAD. We were talking about Mr. Chairman Mao's underground city in Beijing.
Right.
There's a lot of actual, everyday architecture out there that's below ground.
Right. I know that the Marin County Jail is partially underground. It's kind of a cool-looking building.
Yeah, which provides for a lot of security. Like you're saying, it's more energy efficient.
Sure. It keeps the prisoners nice and cool.
Yeah, they're just kind of cooling out there
important.
in Marin County. And there's a really cool example of an underground museum in Williamsburg, Virginia. There was this old colonial settlement from the 17th century, and rather than build this visitor center and museum above ground to detract from the natural scene, they actually built it into the side of a hill. Even cooler, this museum shut down in 2002, and as far as I know, it's still there, which makes it a prime spot for urban explorers to explore. So it's like a 1-2 punch for the HowStuffWorks articles right there.
I don't know that we'd endorse that.
We would never, ever endorse that.
Probably trespassing, but
yes,
I bet it would be neat.
So you got any other examples of...
Well, I know Alice City in Japan, the Japanese are kind of leading the way because Japan is not the largest land mass, and there's a lot of people there.
They're land-starved.
Yeah, so they're kind of leading the way, and instead of going up, which they've already done in spades, they're going down. And Alice City is one example. It's not built yet, but it's a proposed. I wouldn't call it a complete city, but shopping mall, and
it also has restaurants. I think there's office space and living.
Right.
I think it's a bit of a stretch to call it a city.
Yeah, it's really cool looking though. I checked out the pictures online today. It's really neat.
It is. It's like these two parallel shafts going like 550 feet into the ground,
covered with a big bubble to let light in.
Right, and that's what. Yeah, all the light comes in through these two domes, and the two domes are all you can see above ground to even know anything's there.
Right.
And then it's all connected by like these series of walkways and tunnels and everything underground. There's another proposal in Japan that I don't think ever came to fruition. It's called the Urban Geogrid. This one you actually could call an underground city. It covered, or it would cover, 485 square miles.
Wow. Yeah, that qualifies in my book.
I would say that's a decent sized city. That's what, like Kansas City, Kansas?
Yeah. Something like that.
And it could hold or house or, it could accommodate up to 500,000 people at a time.
Wow. This makes me wonder if, what that means for the people on top. I mean, I'm sure they're taking all the right moves and shoring up everything underneath there, but when you weaken the ground underneath what's already a large city, it makes me worry, personally.
Yeah, and there's all sorts of questions. I read a question from a guy who was saying, what does this do to the temperature of the water table?
Right.
Which we probably really shouldn't be messing with. That
right,
kind of
there's a lot of water underground.
Yeah, although, I mean, we've made a pretty big mess of things above ground. I can pretty much predict that we'd make an equally big mess below ground, too.
Right.
But, yeah.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Wow, yeah. Can you imagine how bad it'd be then if we couldn't even see it, right? It'd be like the Great Pacific Garbage Dump, right? You read that one?
Yeah, I read that one. That's
another one. Wow, we've just been hitting them all over the place in this podcast,
fest.
Chuck. Yeah, it is a plug fest, Chuck. And our listeners can read all the articles we plugged today, all on HowStuffWorks.com. And hang around to find out which article makes Chuck really crabby right after this. Chuck, what?
Hey everybody, get this. LinkedIn has grown to a network of over 1 billion professionals and 130 million decision makers. And that's where it stands apart from other ad buys.
Yeah, for sure. You can target your buyers by job title, industry, company, role, seniority, skills, even company revenue, so you can stop wasting budget on the wrong audience.
Yep, that's why LinkedIn Ads generates the highest B2B ROAS of all online ad networks. Seriously, all of them.
And get this, if you spend $250 on your first campaign on LinkedIn ads, you get a free $250 credit for the next one. Just go to linkedin.com/SYSK. That's linkedin.com/SYSK. Terms and conditions apply.
You see it instantly. It's Coldwater Creek, the mark of exceptional workmanship and signature touches inspired by a Mountain West heritage. Distinctive styles created from quality fabrics, silhouettes perfected with just the right drape, feel-good fits offering ease of movement, and thoughtful details to elevate your look. For a wardrobe you can count on season after season, visit coldwatercreek.com. Shop the new spring collection at 20% off $75 or more with code IHEART20.
What makes you crabby?
Well, a lot of things make me crabby, dude. But,
give me 2 examples.
Traffic and heat.
Bravo.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
But this was actually a little bit of a cheat, a little bit of a pun. It's actually the article Inside Deadliest Catch, which is an article that dives in, there I go again, to the world of crab fishing from the awesome Discovery Channel show Deadliest Catch.
That's fantastic. Well, I beg our readers to forgive Chuck for his puns and misleading words. And I also beg you to please go read Inside Deadliest Catch on HowStuffWorks.com.
For more on this and thousands of other topics, visit HowStuffWorks.com. Let us know what you think. Send an email to podcast@HowStuffWorks.com. Brought to you by the reinvented 2012 Camry. It's ready. Are you?
You see it instantly. It's Coldwater Creek, the mark of exceptional workmanship and signature touches inspired by a Mountain West heritage. Distinctive styles created from quality fabrics, silhouettes perfected with just the right drape, feel-good fits offering ease of movement, and thoughtful details to elevate your look. Coldwater Creek's authenticity is embodied in every piece, embracing its confident spirit that carries through to today. Discover Coldwater Creek clothing, designed to fit your life the way you want. For a wardrobe you can count on season after season, visit coldwatercreek.com. Shop the new spring collection at 20% off $75 or more with code IHEART20.
Ever feel like your bedroom's shrinking? Don't worry, you don't have to sell your favorite things to make space. With IKEA Bedroom Storage Solutions, think dressers, wardrobes, full closet systems, even storage boxes. You can keep it all. Your vintage band tees? Safe. Those limited edition sneakers? Plenty of room. And yes, your childhood teddy bear gets a spot too. Don't sell what you love. Store it instead with IKEA Bedroom Storage Solutions. Shop now at ikea.us/bedroom storage.
This is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.